She was saved by the bell, and now she's saving us time in the kitchen. Tiffani Thiessen is on KJ today. Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm so excited to be talking to you. Welcome to the
Oh, thank
KJ
you.
Today show. Yay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tiffany, we are going to be talking about a hot topic in my house today. I told my husband this morning, and of course, he is a huge fan of yours. And I said, we're going to be talking about leftovers because he hates leftovers. It's
This is
this
my
like hot
husband.
topic in our house. So let's talk about it, Tiffany. Let's talk about your new book.
Thank you. Yeah, my husband's kind of the same way, which is one of the few reasons why I wanted to create a book basically all about leftovers. He's not a leftover lover like I am. I grew up in a household very much, with not a ton of money, and my mom was always, stretching food throughout the week. So that's kind of how I grew up. And then when the pandemic hit and we were all kind of scared to go to the grocery store, we were kind of forced to go back into that, stretching the food, for a different reason. And I thought to myself, I had never seen a cookbook like that before.
Well, it's brilliant, and I've been going through the advanced copy. Thank you. The pictures are beautiful. I don't know who photographed all this food, but I mean, you've sold me on it. I want it all.
Oh
But I,
yeah, she's my photographer that I use for everything. I mean, she's been my photographer many, 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 many years. She's a very close friend of mine. Did my book Pull Up a Chair beforehand. Does a lot of my photography for my website and my socials and all that. So she's very talented.
and I think the other thing I loved about this, Tiffany, is that like I know all of the ingredients. So, when you get a cookbook and you're like, well, this is great, but I've
Oh,
never
I
heard
know.
of any of these things, right?
I don't cook like that. I hope people can see that I'm a pretty relatable chef. I guess I don't consider myself I didn't go to culinary school. I'm a home cook. That's what I consider myself, really.
And you are actually later this afternoon going to be doing a live signing. Is that right?
I am. I am. I just got back from book. Of course, went to some major cities, but a lot of people, of course, weren't able to come to the cities that I did go to. So we had an idea of trying to, maybe make some people happy that didn't get to my signings and be able to do an actual live signing online today. It'll be 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can get all the information off all my socials. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to basically do what I did on book tour, but it's just going to be over Zoom, and it's going to be me live signing.
I love it. And the book is called Here We Go Again, Recipes and Inspiration to Level Up Your Leftovers. I know you've got a couple of little ones as well. Is there a challenge between all of the different tastes in your household? Do you have one picky or eater, or is it the husband that's the challenge?
Yeah, no, my husband or not picky. He's just thinks doesn't like left. He usually eats anything I put in front of him. He's actually the easiest. But and my daughter is now a teenager. She's not really young anymore, but and she's gotten much better. She was definitely a picky eater when she was younger. And my son's pretty good. Like I always try to tell my kids just at least try something new once, like at least, and sometimes I'll even try to get them to do it once or twice more than just once because I tell them that their taste buds change as they grow. And so I also believe in lead by example. If it's on your plate, more than likely they'll see that you're eating it. They should be eating it too. So
So I want to ask you, mention your daughter being a teenager now. Obviously, your life growing up an actress was probably quite a bit different from hers. Are there things that because you grew up in the spotlight that you've got some wisdom to share with her, or things that you try to protect her from?
well, I mean, it's not in. Oh, there's not really much I could tell her in that sense. I mean, her drive right now is volleyball and school and middle school and friendships, which is hard enough. And so I let her concentrate on those and support her where she needs it. I'm also, we're not, opening up the door for social media for her right now at her age. She will, I'm sure, get it later, but I just think being a teenager and middle school is already hard enough.
Oh my God. That is such a difficult decision. I am I'm a cat mom. I've got a gazillion nieces and nephews who are in that age where you're like, I know you want the social media, but I don't think you
Yeah.
understand what comes with it, right?
They don't. It's too hard. It's too hard to understand. That's the thing. And they're already exposed to so much anyways, a lot more. It just every generation more and more to advance and grow up faster every generation, which, also makes me a little sad, but I'm just trying to preserve her and her age and her mental health, as long as possible because it is hard.
Absolutely. Tiffani Thiessen is on the phone with us, and she's got a cookbook out. It is called Here We Go Again, Recipes and Inspiration to Level Up Your Leftovers. I always like to go to our listeners and see if they have any questions for you. And one of the first ones that came up was from Debbie, who said, KJ, you have to ask her about her dogs. I believe she's got a house full of them.
We do. We have four rescue dogs, two on the large side. We have a Great Pyrenees coming in at about 230 pounds, who's a little sweetheart. He's our polar bear. We have a Dane who's one coming in at about 165, 170. Then we have two little mutts who are brother and sister, and then we also have quite a few chickens as well. So we got a house full for sure.
You have chickens? Yeah, does that mean you always have fresh eggs?
We do. It's pretty much something that is constant. I have a lot. I have so many eggs. I have more eggs than I can do with. So we generally give them out to neighbors and teachers and friends, and it's fun. It's really really fun.
I noticed in the cookbook there's a few recipes that it's like, 4 large eggs. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know she's getting those out of her backyard.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, thank you, for rescuing. Along with the KJ Today show, I'm the kitty correspondent for Pet Pals TV. So anytime I get a chance to talk to a celebrity who's out there rescuing and helping out the pets that need
I love
homes,
that.
I
That's
appreciate what
wonderful.
you do. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
So
appreciate it as well.
so where do you go from here? You've got the leftover, we've got the leftovers covered. Are there more books in you, Tiffani, that you're excited to get out there?
Oh, I'm sure I'll have more books in me sometime, but being that doing a four colorway book is actually quite lengthy and hard and generally hard and time consuming, and so being that this one
Mhm.
just came out, I had another one, a few years back. It's going to be a few years before the next one comes, I'm sure, but I'm sure I will.
We're not trying to push you on getting the book out. I know how much work that is.
It
So
is
I
definitely
had a
is.
question for you from Stephanie. She is also a mom of two, and she said, "Has there ever been can you think of a time where you had a food challenge where you were sitting there staring at your leftovers and you could not figure out what to do with them, and something magical came out of it?"
Oh my gosh. Well, I have to say, it's funny. When I created the book, I feel like there was many moments of really wanting to grab an ingredient that I felt that was probably something that would be popular in people's freezers, fridge, or pantry. And so it was funny because like there were some that were kind of interesting where I was like, sometimes I don't always drink the whole bottle of champagne. And so I was stumped with that for a little while. And then I remembered that sort of effervescent actually is really great to make, like waffle or crepes. So I came up with the idea for the crepes. It's something that came to mind right away for sure.
Wow, I love that. Yeah, I'm the same way. You want a little bit of champagne, and you don't want to drink the whole bottle. I didn't think to start
The
cooking with
bubble
it.
bottle is a little hard as I get older.
Again, we're on the phone with Tiffani Thiessen, and her new book is Here We Go Again, Recipes and Inspiration to Level Up Your Leftovers. And you can pre-order it now, and we want you to join Tiffani tonight on an autographed copy you can get. You're doing a live signing tonight. That's 5 o'clock our time. We're here in Indianapolis. I was trying to think, Tiffani, I know we've got a lot of conventions here, and we've got the Indy 500. Have you ever made your way to Indianapolis for any of the exciting things that happen here?
No, that is actually an area I have not been to, so I'm have to do that.
Oh my goodness. I always tell people, I moved here about 25 years ago. I didn't know anything about racing. And now any chance I get, I say, you come to the Indy 500. I do.
Yeah. Look, I think I actually said this, and my husband got me the greatest gift like quite a few birthdays ago, but I think I used to be a race car driver in a past life. Because
really?
I love watching. I love watching racing. I love, 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 love. So maybe there's something there. Maybe I do need to come down.
Yeah, and we usually have a celebrity that gets to wave the green flag. We had Adam Driver was here in May doing that. I mean, we would roll out the red carpet for you. And I know there's a lot of racing out there, but the Indy 500 is something you've got to experience in your lifetime.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, maybe we can do a little book signing and a cooking demo or something like that, and give you the whole Indy experience. We'd love to have you here.
Tiffani, I love it.
I'm gonna let you go. I know you've got to spread the word today, especially with your live signing being this afternoon, and I want to make sure that I get this out to everyone as well. It has been an absolute.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it's been a joy to talk with you. Come back anytime, and certainly think about next May coming to the Indy 500, okay?
I will. You're so sweet. I will for sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too, honey.
Thanks for joining us for another celebrity interview. Of course, the KJ Today Show isn't just about talking to celebs, it's about hanging out with you. Join us live on Wednesday nights for pop culture, people to know, and pets. The KJ Today Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch live Wednesday nights at 7.